Hi everyone. We started the topic multi-threading. And till now we discussed what is multi-threading, thread module, and how to create a threads and all. So next topic we'll see what is the thread priorities. Thread priorities. Before going to start the thread priorities, you already know in operating system every the processes may have some priorities. So similar way in a multi-threading system, we can assign some priorities to the thread. Okay, but by default, every thread is having a normal priority. Means depending on the CPU time or depending on the the thread execution time, the scheduler allocates the time CPU time. So we can see here by using Java provides an method, Java provides an functionality to assign priorities to the thread. So here in case while assigning a thread priorities, we have three types of priorities: minimum priority, maximum priority, and norm priorities. So here, so what actually the thread priorities are based on? Okay, what is the background concept of the thread priorities? So here the thread priorities are used by the thread scheduler to decide when each thread should be allowed to run. Means so it's we see we have the scheduler in our system, in our CPU. So it decides when each process or each thread should be allowed to run. Means see the work of a scheduler is to allocating the CPU time, allocating the CPU for a particular process or particular thread. So actually what happens, since a higher thread gets more CPU time than the lower priority threads, so it's obvious, and it's usually what happens normally. So higher priority threads, most of the higher priority threads gets the more CPU time than the lower priority threads. Okay, so see, higher priority thread can also preempt the lower priority one. Means if any lower priority thread is executing or allocated a CPU time, if any higher priority thread uh, wants to run, means execute its execute, so it can acquire the acquire a CPU. So this means here the third statement, the priority thread can also higher priority thread can also preempt the lower priority thread. Means see once a higher priority thread try to allocate or try to use the CPU time, then the lower priority thread should leave the CPU and allow the higher priority thread to enter into CPU enter into a CPU. So this is the main intention behind the thread priorities. So why to assign a thread priority? For example, here they mentioned like lower priority thread is running and higher priority thread is resumes. It will preempt the lower priority thread. Means if a lower priority thread is running and higher priority thread resumes, means see already lower priority thread is running means the lower priority thread is allocated the CPU, and then the next higher priority thread resumes. So whenever the higher priority thread resumes, it will preempt the lower priority threads. Means it will preempt means see it ends its execution, or the lower priority thread push into the waiting state. Okay, now threads of equal priority gets equal access to the CPU. As I already said, threads of equal priority means a normal priority. They should always get a equal access time to the CPU. Means so usually every without, if you don't assign any priorities to any threads, means usually the basically every thread is having a equal priorities. That's a normal priority. And the normal priority means depending on their time of depending on their priority, or you can say the depending on the execution time, uh, the threads get allocated the CPU time. Okay, next, for a safety, threads share the same priority should yield the control once in a while. For a safer side, thread that share the same priority should yield the control once in a while. Means at least one thread should get the CPU time. At least one thread should get the CPU time. So this is the that is the meaning of share the same priority should yield control once in a while. Yield control once in a while means at least each and every thread should get a CPU time once in a lifetime. See, at least one thread should one thread of a same priority should get the CPU time. Okay. Next, this ensures that all the threads have a chance to run under the non-preemptive operating system. We have the two types of operating system: preemptive and non-preemptive. So in case of preemptive means, see, preemptive is nothing to the lower priority. See, higher priority thread can also preempt the lower priority. Means depending on the priorities, see, under the preemptive operating system, the processes or threads works depending on the priorities. And non-preemptive means, so whatever the priority, the current thread or current process is executing, until and unless it completes, the another process or another thread should not enter into the CPU. So this is what the non-preemptive operating system and preemptive operating system. So next, see how to assign priorities. So next we'll discuss the how to assign the priority. To set the thread priority, we use the set priority method. So the set priority method is already available Java standard in a thread class and a thread package. This set priority method. Set priority is a built-in method which is used to set priority. See here, it's a final means. So this final void set priority int levels. So this method is a final. See the final methods are, we cannot override the final method. So since this is a standard method, we cannot override the set priority method. The return type is void because it is not going to return anything because it is one kind of a setter. It's not a getter, it's a setter. That is why it is void. And next is a int level. So integer type level, it takes a parameter of integer type. See, the level specifies the new priority setting for the calling thread means integer type. See here, so int level means there are three levels. The first one is the minimum priority, min underscore priority, max underscore priority, norm underscore priority. See here, these are three numeric constants. These three are the numeric constants. So see, these three numeric constants are having some integer values. So the first min priority is 1 and max priority is 10 and a normal priority, that is a norm priority, is the integer value 5. Okay. So the naming convention should be same here. Restricted means this should be capital min priority. The naming convention of these priorities are restricted to the capital one. Okay. So now so we know how to assign priorities by using set priority method. But there is a one more method, the final int get priority. So now this final int get priority, the get priority, if we call any if we call the get priority method with respect to that particular object, so, that particular thread object, it returns the priority values. What is the priority of that particular thread. Okay. So now this is also the final because we cannot override this method. Okay. So now see, remember this is an int, the return type is int. If see, while assigning we use this numeric constants, but when it is returning a get priority method is returning the numeric values 1, 10 and 5 with respected values. Okay. Next we'll see an example how to assign priorities. So here within this example, thread priority. So within this program, we declared a class called as a thread demo 1 and which is extending a thread class. Okay, next we overridden the void run method. Okay, now here within this run method we're just printing the thread name. Here you can see the thread dot current thread name, get name. So thread dot current thread dot get name is the method which is used to get the name. It returns the name of this that particular thread. Okay, just and in one more print statement we are just printing the current thread priority, the priority of that particular thread. So next this is the first class, means this is the first thread. You can see the thread demo is the first thread and which is extending a thread class. The next is the similar way, similarly this thread 2, the thread demo 2, thread demo 2 is also extending a thread class. Okay, here the thread class is also thread demo is also extending a thread class. So here also within this class also we overridden the run method. Okay, now in similar way as in the first case, in the first thread we just printed the name of the thread and the priority, means we're just accessing the name and priority. So similarly here also in the second thread, in the second thread class also, that is the thread demo 2, just printing the name and the priority. Now coming to the next the main point here within the main method. Okay, so this is I should declare one more class here. Sorry. So if I write here, I'll declare one more class. Okay. Now within this class I have the static I have the two objects of a thread class. Okay, see this is a public class demo. The just I declared as a public because we have the so main method here within this class. So just within the main method, just I created the two objects. The M1 is the object thread object with respect to the thread demo 1, and M2 is the object with respect to thread demo 2. So now here just we are assigning a priority. How to assign a priority? Here the M1 dot set priority. The parameter or signature is always an integer type. So now this is the integer type because it's a naming constant. Okay, main priority is a naming constant. Okay, integer naming constant. So this is indirectly a integer type. Next the M1 is we are just setting the priority to M1 as a minimum priority. Next M2 is a maximum priority. Here the M1 is a min priority, M2 is maximum priority. So now we already know. See M1 dot start. See the start method is used to start execution of a thread. Now here see M1 dot start, it starts execution, but M2 dot execution. Here see even though we started M1 first, but here the M2 first finishes its execution, because the reason is this the M2 is having a maximum priority. We're just setting priority as a max priority. So that is why the M2 first gets executed, then M1 starts its execution, because we are setting priority as a max priority. So the numeric constant for a max priority is 10. So min is 1, max is 10, norm is 5. Okay, so this is all example of thread priorities. Just remember 3 naming constants. So how to create a see how to set the priority, and how to create a thread, how to set the thread priority, and just explain with an example how to set a priority, how to get the priorities. Just remember what is the thread priority. See what is thread priority, the how just explain the what is the scheduler, how the scheduler in when the see when higher priority thread preempt when a higher priority thread is try to access the CPU time, then the lower priority thread preempt. Okay, so this is what how see, this is a basic concept or a background concept behind the thread priorities. So next just remember this set priority method and get priority methods. So these two important methods, so you should know these two important methods in case of priorities. Okay, thank you. We'll discuss the next, within next part we'll discuss the what is the synchronization.